You know what they say about old trappers?
I know what they say about old trappers.
Old trappers never die, they just smell that way.
Yeah, right.
Tom Orr, the legendary survivalist from Mountain Men, has spent decades living off the grid, mastering the harsh wilderness and building a life that few could even imagine. Known for his rugged independence and resourcefulness, Tom has always kept his cabin and personal space private, making his world a mysterious one to fans. But recent events have revealed something inside Tom Orr's cabin that has left viewers and fellow survivalists completely shocked. The discovery isn't just surprising, it's unprecedented. What was found challenges everything fans thought they knew about life inside his remote homestead. From decades-old relics to unexpected items tucked away in hidden corners, the cabin tells stories of survival, secrecy, and a lifestyle that's as fascinating as it is extreme. For those who follow Tom's adventures, this revelation adds a whole new layer to his already legendary persona. Crew members who stumbled upon the findings were visibly stunned. The mix of historical artifacts, personal memorabilia, and rare items shed light on Tom's life off camera. A life filled with ingenuity, careful planning, and a few surprising secrets that even longtime fans might not have expected. The moment has ignited social media, with fans speculating about the meaning of these discoveries and sharing their astonishment across forums and platforms. We'll dive deep into what was found inside Tom Orr's cabin, explore the significance of these shocking items, and reveal how they shed light on the life of one of the most legendary figures in survival television. From the fascinating to the unbelievable, this is a look at a side of Tom Orr that has rarely been seen, and it's a story you won't want to miss. Tom Orr has long been recognized as one of the most iconic survivalists on Mountain Men, living a life that most people could barely imagine. For decades, he has made his home deep in the wilderness, relying on his instincts, skill, and sheer determination to thrive in a harsh and unforgiving environment. His cabin, nestled in a remote location, has always symbolized his independence. A fortress built with his own hands, designed to endure extreme weather, isolation, and the passage of time. While viewers have seen glimpses of his lifestyle on the show, little has been known about what Tom keeps inside his cabin. It has always been a private sanctuary, a reflection of his resourcefulness and self-reliance. Inside those walls lies a world shaped by decades of survival, from practical tools and handmade furniture to long-stored provisions. Everything is arranged with purpose, reflecting the careful planning required to live successfully in the wilderness. Recently, however, something inside Tom's cabin came to light that has left both fans and crew members in disbelief. The discovery, made during routine maintenance and filming, revealed items that were unexpected, unusual, and in some cases shocking. Among these were decades-old relics, personal belongings, and unique objects that spoke volumes about his life off camera. Items that showed a different side of Tom, one that fans rarely get to see. The cabin itself tells a story. Every tool, every piece of furniture, and every stored supply speaks to the level of ingenuity and discipline required to live in isolation. Tom has always emphasized sustainability, building a life where nothing is wasted and every resource has a purpose. From clever storage solutions to ingenious uses for everyday objects, the cabin showcases his ability to adapt and innovate, qualities that have kept him alive and thriving in the wilderness for so many years. But the most intriguing aspect of the discovery is what these items reveal about Tom's personal history and his approach to survival. Some items hint at past adventures and encounters that few have ever known about. Others reveal a meticulous attention to detail and planning that borders on extraordinary. The cabin, in essence, is not just a home. It is a living museum of a life built entirely on skill, knowledge, and the ability to overcome challenges that most people could never face. Fans of Mountain Men have reacted with amazement to the revelation. Social media exploded with speculation, admiration, and even disbelief as viewers tried to piece together the story behind these discoveries. Some marveled at the historical value of certain relics, while others were fascinated by Tom's resourcefulness in repurposing items for survival. The consensus is clear. Tom Orr's cabin is more than just a place to live. It is a testament to a lifetime of living deliberately, creatively, and independently. Discovery allows fans to glimpse the man behind the legend. While Tom has always been admired for his rugged independence and survival skills, the shocking find in his cabin adds new depth to our understanding of his life. It shows not just a man surviving in the wilderness, but a man who has carefully crafted a world of his own, full of stories, secrets, and lessons that few will ever fully comprehend. The recent exploration of Tom Orr's cabin revealed more than anyone anticipated. While fans have long admired his survival skills and rugged independence, the items found inside painted a picture of a life even more fascinating and complex than the show has ever captured. Hidden away in corners, behind walls, and in storage spaces were relics, tools, and artifacts that had been tucked away for decades, some for purposes of utility, others seemingly for personal significance. Among the most surprising finds were historical objects that hinted at Tom's deep respect for the land and the people who came before him. Old mining equipment, rusted yet functional, and handcrafted tools pointed to a life steeped in tradition and hands-on skill. These weren't just props or showpieces. They were functional, maintained with care, and still ready for use if needed. For someone who thrives in isolation, preserving such items is both a practical decision and a nod to a legacy of self-reliance. Another set of discoveries revealed a more personal side of Tom Orr, objects that reflected memories, relationships, and milestones from his long life in the wilderness. Journals, old photographs, and keepsakes tucked away on shelves spoke to his introspection and the stories he has carried silently for years. These personal artifacts offered a rare glimpse into the man behind the survivalist persona, highlighting his attention to detail, foresight, and the value he places on history, both personal and cultural. Some of the findings were simply practical but equally fascinating. Stockpiles of preserved food, carefully labeled containers, and ingenious storage solutions showcased Tom's meticulous planning and ability to live sustainably in one of the most unforgiving environments on Earth. Each item was positioned for maximum efficiency, demonstrating not just survival but mastery over a life dictated by the wilderness. Fans watching the reveal were amazed at how every object had a purpose, reflecting a mind constantly thinking ahead. The reactions from crew members and fellow survivalists were a mix of astonishment and admiration. Many admitted they had never seen a setup as organized and intentional as Tom's cabin. The care with which he preserved old tools, maintained personal keepsakes, and organized his living space revealed a level of foresight and discipline that matched his legendary reputation in the wild. Even for those accustomed to the challenges of remote living, Tom's cabin seemed like a marvel of both ingenuity and practicality. Social media quickly caught on, with fans dissecting every detail and sharing theories about the significance of certain items. Discussions ranged from the historical value of specific relics to the ingenuity behind everyday tools, and even speculation about why certain objects had been kept hidden for so long. The response made it clear: Tom Orr's life is far richer and more layered than the series has ever fully revealed. Ultimately, the shocking discoveries in Tom Orr's cabin remind viewers that survival isn't just about skill in the wilderness. It's about preparation, adaptability, and a deep connection to the environment and one's own history. Each artifact, tool, and personal item tells a story, collectively painting a portrait of a man who has lived deliberately, creatively, and independently for decades. Of Revelation is more than just intrigue. It's a testament to Tom Orr's enduring legacy as one of the most respected survivalists in mountain men history. For fans, it's a rare and fascinating peek behind the walls of a life built entirely on self-reliance, skill, and a remarkable understanding of the wilderness. While the items found in Tom Orr's cabin were surprising in themselves, what made them truly remarkable were the stories they told. Each artifact, tool, or personal keepsake served as a window into decades of survival, adventure, and ingenuity, a silent narrative of a life lived far from modern conveniences. For fans of mountain men, These discoveries offered a rare chance to see the history behind the legend. Some of the most captivating finds were tools and equipment that reflected traditional wilderness practices. Tom had carefully preserved old hunting rifles, traps, and handmade fishing gear, many of which had been passed down or meticulously restored. These items weren't merely collectibles, they were functional tools that had helped him endure harsh winters, track game, and secure food in an unpredictable environment. Each object carried both practical and historical value, linking Tom's survival skills to generations of rugged outdoor knowledge. Personal artifacts also stood out. Journals, old photographs, and family mementos revealed a side of Tom rarely seen on camera. While viewers know him as a stoic and resilient survivalist, these items hinted at a man who values memory, reflection, and connection. They told stories of challenges faced, lessons learned, and moments of solitude in the wilderness that few have ever witnessed. To see these glimpses of his inner life added depth to the public's understanding of him, reminding everyone that even the toughest mountain men have personal histories and emotions behind their grit. One of the most striking aspects of the cabin was the balance between utility and sentiment. While some objects served immediate survival needs, such as preserved food, hand-forged tools, or clever storage solutions, others seem to exist purely for remembrance or inspiration. This juxtaposition reflected a lifestyle built on practicality, yet enriched by an appreciation for personal history and legacy. It was clear that Tom's survival wasn't only about living day to day, but about building a life that honored the past and prepared for the future. Crew members who explored the cabin remarked on Tom's meticulous organization. Every shelf, container, and corner had a purpose, demonstrating not just survival instinct, but careful planning honed over decades. Even small details, the placement of tools for easy access, the categorization of supplies, or the preservation of sentimental items, showcased a mind operating with both precision and foresight. It was a testament to his expertise and respect for the wilderness, and a reminder that thriving in isolation requires far more than basic survival skills. Fans online quickly reacted to these revelations. Social media buzzed with commentary, speculation, and admiration. Many were fascinated by the ingenuity displayed, while others speculated about the history of certain items and what secrets they might hold. The discussion highlighted how invested viewers are in Tom's story, and how even after years on the show, there are still new layers to discover. Ultimately, the stories behind the objects in Tom Orr's cabin do more than surprise or entertain. They reveal a man who has lived deliberately, respected his environment, and preserved a lifetime of memories and knowledge in the process. For viewers of Mountain Men, these finds are a rare and invaluable glimpse into a world that few outsiders will ever truly experience. A life defined by independence, resilience, and the quiet power of self-reliance. The discoveries inside Tom Orr's cabin have sparked fascination and admiration, but they also offer a deeper lesson about life in the wilderness and the legacy of one of Mountain Men's most respected figures. Beyond the tools, relics, and personal keepsakes, the cabin serves as a living testament to decades of self-reliance, ingenuity, and resilience in a world few could endure. Every item found tells a story, from the carefully maintained hunting gear and hand-forged tools to the personal journals and photographs. These objects reflect not just survival, but a philosophy of life, one of preparation, resourcefulness, and respect for both nature and history. Tom's careful preservation of these items shows foresight, teaching viewers that thriving in the wilderness is about more than physical endurance. It requires planning, adaptability, and an understanding of the lessons that the past offers. The cabin also provides insight into Tom's approach to challenges. Living in one of the most isolated regions of the country, he has faced bitter winters, treacherous terrain, and unpredictable threats from both nature and wildlife. Yet every object, from his stockpiled provisions to his meticulously maintained tools, reflects a strategy for overcoming these obstacles. It's a combination of skill, knowledge, and relentless dedication that has allowed him to survive and thrive where few could. Crew members and fellow survivalists have expressed awe at the cabin's organization and the thought behind every item. From labeled storage containers to hidden compartments, it's clear that nothing is left to chance. Even the personal mementos, while sentimental, are placed with intention, creating a balance between practicality and meaning. The cabin is more than just a home. It is a reflection of Tom Orr himself, disciplined, resourceful, and deeply connected to the wilderness he calls home. For fans of mountain men, the revelations have added layers to Tom's story. The cabin's contents highlight both the challenges and rewards of off-grid life, showing that survival is not simply about toughness or strength, but about understanding, preparation, and respect for the environment. The shocking finds also remind viewers that there is always more to discover, even from someone whose life seems well documented on television. The legacy of Tom Orr is now more tangible than ever. His cabin is a chronicle of a lifetime spent mastering the wild, teaching viewers the importance of perseverance, adaptability, and careful planning. It's also a lesson in humility, that even someone as legendary as Tom continues to live by principles of respect, ingenuity, and deliberate action. The cabin serves as a model of survival wisdom, offering insights for anyone who seeks to understand life in extreme conditions. Ultimately, the shocking discoveries in Tom Orr's cabin go beyond mere intrigue or curiosity. They tell a story of endurance, skill, and a life lived deliberately and fully in the wilderness. For viewers, it's a rare and valuable glimpse into the mind and lifestyle of one of mountain men's most iconic figures, proving that even in isolation, a carefully constructed life can teach lessons that resonate far beyond the mountains. Tom Orr's cabin is more than a home. It's a legacy, a remarkable chronicle of survival, ingenuity, and the human spirit.